But we got James on the line. How you doing? Oh,
Hi.
you're unmuted, my friend.
Thank you. Hi, Tracy.
Hey,
I'm back.
how was Jesus Camp?
Yeah, I called in last, I guess it was 5 weeks ago now with Don on the show. I was the last caller, actually, last week, and there wasn't enough time. But I had quite an experience there.
Do tell.
I was there. I wasn't there for the entire week, 7 days, but I was there for 5 of the 7 days. And
Hey, I'm going to be rude and get up, but I'm still listening. We got an audio problem I need to look at.
All right. I got quite a bit of footage, which I put up on my YouTube channel, which of course I'm going to quickly plug. I sent it in through Skype. It's ShwaNerd. That's my username.
Okay.
And it wasn't too much of a surprise for me, in all honesty, because I've gone, I've gone about 16 years in a row at least now. And this camp was just specifically for teenagers. A lot of the stuff was more of a reinforcement of previously indoctrinated beliefs, I guess, that they start at the typical Jesus camp age. Because I was there in like kindergarten, and
wow.
They work up from there.
So this was your second time going?
No, this was my second time going as an atheist. I've gone for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
And was a fundamentalist until I was about 13 or 14.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I said on the other show, I went on YouTube and started looking up videos because I wanted to, be able to debate with atheists, and I wanted to be able to prove them wrong.
Sure.
And it didn't really work out that way. It kind of went the other way for me.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah. But yeah, I had to, of course, remain in the closet. I have still been that way for the last 2 years, except for friends, of course, but nobody at the camp knew. They all know me, so they treated me just the same, and I had to kind of put on a cover. But then again, I knew exactly how to do it since I've been a fundamentalist.
Plenty of practice.
Majority of it was alarming how easy it was for me to just put on the face and pretend I wasn't disgusted by it. It was actually quite horrible there.
Wow.
I didn't notice how bad it was, and still I'm able to tolerate it, I think, much better than a lot of people.
Sure.
I've put several 10-minute videos up on YouTube about it, and most people can't make it through 10 minutes. And I had about 4 hours every day for 5 days of the same stuff.
Do us a quick favor and give us the channel, spell it out, and I'll have Frank add it to the graphics here for people who want to go watch what you recorded at camp.
It's ShwaNerd. It's for my hometown. It's ShwaNerd.
ShwaNerd.
Yes. I've put up about, I think, 5 videos now, roughly about 10 minutes long. Mostly it's of the messages from the pastors, and I got several of the calls they did to do your offerings and tithes, because even though they're only teenagers, they of course ask for money. They even actually do it with the younger aged kids. I remember being about 8 or 9 years old, and then the buckets come by, and they still take money from children, which is.
You know what? I remember just vaguely when I used to go. And by the way, you realize, of course, that by putting these up here, there's a good chance that somebody who went to that camp is going to figure out who shot that video.
I didn't give any information as to where the camp is in any of the videos, and I did distort the video in most of them so that you can't see who it is.
Okay.
I know.
Let me tell you, you put stuff up on the internet, people are going to find it. I can guarantee it happens. I can tell you about it. My girlfriend can tell you about it. People you wouldn't expect are going to find it.
I've been taking so many risks. Last time I called in, I was alone in my house. My mom is just upstairs right now.
Was she running the vacuum?
No, she thinks I'm doing blog TV or
Oh,
something.
okay. There was some kind of hiss. I can tell you though, when you were talking about the offering stuff, I don't remember very many specifics. I went to Camp Windermere, Lake of the Ozarks, for most of my youth. Matter of fact, I've still got. I evidently went all the way to my right before my senior year, or right at my senior year of high school, which I didn't remember it that way. I remembered that I stopped going before then, but I've got a Windermere 87 thing in my Bible. I don't remember specifically how they did offerings and stuff. It strikes me as odd that perhaps you'd send your young kid off to summer camp, and in addition to the clothes and the miscellaneous stuff that you need to pack and bug spray and stuff, you also need to give them
$300 to go for the week. That's the cost of the program.
Yeah, and then you also need to send them with cash. I remember that we were sent with cash specifically so that we could buy some candy or a soft drink, or that we could rent one of the boats that cost $1 a day or something down there. So you had this money that was your allotment, and I'm assuming that my parents included additional money that was for offerings. So do you have to sit around and budget with the money you've got as to, am I going to put some in the offering plate today, or am I going to wait till like the end of camp and put whatever's left in the offering plate? Or, are they going to try and guilt me out of my candy bar money?
Oh, yeah. I used to do that all the time. I got guilted out of candy bars a couple times.
I can definitely remember being guilted out of money that I wanted to spend on something else.
They use horrible analogies, though, too. I think one of the nights they started with them talking about a birthday for their son, and then acting like we need to give just not because of what God's done, but for just who He is. And you give stuff to people on their birthday just because of who they are and because you love them. And it was kind of disconcerting to see the approval that they got for that. I thought at least they'd be a bit hesitant to give away their money, but I saw lots of big bills going in there even.
Yeah.
And
I can tell you this though. I can tell you this. If I had somebody and I had gotten them some birthday presents, and I didn't hear from them ever, not a thank you, not a phone call, not a letter, not a dinner, whatever, eventually they're going to stop getting presents from me.
Yeah. Unfortunately, at this camp this year for me, I didn't see too much proselytizing, because the format for this place is you send the kids when they're younger, and that's where the major indoctrination starts. And by the time you're the age I am, I actually just turned 17 in July, they basically expect that you already agree with most of the stuff they're already going to say, so they don't have to convince you of anything anymore.
Yeah, it's not proselytizing. It's all about revival and rededicating your life and showing that you've been a reprobate over the last year and not been as good to God as you should have been.
That's exactly what it was like. And a lot of stuff with, because it's a Pentecostal camp, a major focus is on getting them to speak in tongues, which was, I freely admit, hilarious.
Did you speak in tongues?
I think actually I did when I was around 12 or 13 years old. I can't do it anymore. I don't think I can even bring myself to do it anymore.
Oh, come on now. At 12 you were able to fake it? You can't fake it now?
No, I can't. Not nearly. I can't even do the whole rolling of the tongue thing anymore. I lost all those exotic inflections.
Not going to get as many dates as you thought you were.
Yeah.
Hey, let me just ask you, in your experience with these kids at the camp, at the age that they're at now, like getting to be, older teenagers, do you find that there's any disparity? Like, did you, I remember when I was hitting that age, when I was in church, there was a real disparity between certain kids that were like super believing and super into it, where you just knew this person was totally into it. And then there'd be other people that you just knew that as soon as they got out of there, they were going to go roll a joint.